Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, word to my brethren in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Shout out to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And speaking of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, he's going about shooting off his mouth about Anthony Joshua, saying the following, basically that he's on a whole nother level in comparison to Anthony Joshua. Now, before I read you the quotes and we dissect and I'll do all that good stuff, that's just ridiculous. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. If you want to say that you think you're better than him, that's fine. But to be on a whole nother level, that's ridiculous. He hasn't. Just look at the Eric Molina fight. I'll get to that in a minute. Here's Deontay Wilder's quotes in regards to what I just told you guys. He said, I quote, "I definitely feel like I'm on a whole nother level than Anthony Joshua. I've been in this game for a while now. I'm very experienced. I think I've seen every style to see. The major styles that I need to see. I think I've seen it, I've learned it, and that's what allows me to adjust in the ring and do my thing. I definitely feel and know that I'm in another league of my own when you compare the two of us. If you look at Joshua Klitschko and Joseph Parker, who has a WBO belt, and you take those three and put them up on a chart and say which one would be the most exciting fight, a lot of people would think the Joshua fight would be the most exciting fight of the three, and I think I agree. So, obviously, it's no secret that one of the biggest matchups in boxing, I feel, probably one of the fights that has the potential to bring the heavyweight, I don't want to say bring it back, but I would say push the heavyweight division forward, maybe more into the mainstream. I don't know. I think it has a potential. Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua is a big heavyweight fight for the simple fact that Joshua is a huge star in the UK. Wilder, not as big here in America, but still an undefeated fighter, brings a lot of people in, and he's a big knockout puncher, so that's going to bring a lot of casual fans to the table if Al Hammond does the job and markets the guy properly. But Wilder, he's definitely the more experienced guy as far as his professional career. I believe he's has over 30 fights, so I don't have a problem with him feeling that way. Although I will say, if he really has any logic at all, he would look at the Eric Molina fight where he got hurt, and it was a fight where he had to really dig deep and show some mettle in that fight. And Joshua fought Molina, and I know triangle theories don't always work in boxing, so I'm not saying that because Joshua made Eric Molina look like he never boxed before. That's why he's going to beat Deontay Wilder. Absolutely not. I think Anthony Joshua will beat Deontay Wilder if they fought, simply because Anthony Joshua is a better fighter all around. He's bigger puncher than him. He's stronger than him. I would definitely say, maybe as far as jabs go, maybe you give a slight edge to Wilder because Wilder is very awkward, and I think that he's able to pump his jab from more angles than Joshua. Joshua can kind of get a little stiff and robotic, so maybe his jab isn't to the level where Wilder's is yet. But that's to be expected when Joshua only has, I believe, 18 fights or something like that. But he's fighting Klitschko in his 19th fight, and there is nobody on Wilder's resume, none whatsoever, that are better than Vladimir Klitschko. It's funny, after the Tony Bellew fight, a lot of people joked around. They said that Tony Bellew has more quality heavyweight wins in his resume than Deontay Wilder, which is a joke, but in some ways it's kind of true. Wilder, I think he's just in saying that he's seen a lot of the styles. Like, he's seen, obviously, your plotters, guys who just kind of throw one big shot or look to throw one big shot, Eric Molina types, or just guys who don't set their stuff up in box. So there's that type of style. You've seen your big tall guys like Audley Harrison, Gerald Washington, who he had in his last fight. So there's those guys. You've had your Staverns of the world, your Malik Scotts, who are more of your just traditional boxer type guys. So Wilder has seen a lot of different styles, and I think that probably is only advantage going into a Joshua fight. But we know that chin of Wilder's, although he's never been on the canvas or hurt, we know that he's been touched by some guys who you wouldn't deem as big punchers. Eric Molina is one guy, Spilka is one guy. These guys hurt him, and I believe if Gerald Washington wasn't so stiff and threw some shots, let his hands go more, he probably would have hurt Wilder as well. But to say that he's on another level than Joshua, absolutely not. And I think anybody who's objective and has watched both these guys fight more than once knows that that's crazy. But it's a fight that I want to see, and I think it's on the horizon. Is it going to happen in 2017? I don't think so, but maybe early 2018, I could definitely see it happening. By then, I would expect Anthony Joshua to be way better if he can get past Klitschko. And that's not a gimme as either. So, regardless, Deontay Wilder remains a confident heavyweight champion, and credit to him there. But do you guys agree? Do you think Deontay Wilder is on another level than Anthony Joshua? Let me know in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Ding. So until next time, take care, guys.